Okay, so the first thing you want to do is go to Edmodo, find the assignment sheet, click on it, and find out what it is that you need to do. I rewrite all of this, and I need to know that I have to have my logo in it. I need to make sure that my resume is 8.5 by 11. My business card's 3.5 by 2. So I'm going to start off working on the resume. So I'm going to open up InDesign, and since I already have my logo done, I'm going to open up a new document, and I'm going to import the logo. So I'm going to make sure this is switched to inches. It's already 8.5 by 11, and you can see either horizontal or vertical. I want to keep it vertical here. So let me open up a new page. Right now it's set to text. I'm going to create a text box first. All right. Right now I'm just going to input some type. All right. So my justification of this type is justified left. You could see up here that we have left, center, and right. Okay. So you can also have it justified on both sides. Might look a little bit better. It looks kind of like a box. But for this, I'm just going to keep it justified to the left. All right. So now I'm going to go over to my image box, which is the rectangular tool, and I'm going to draw me a rectangle. I'm going to go to File and place my logo inside that rectangle. And here we go. You can see that it's cropped. So the easiest way to constrain your proportions and resize your logo to fit inside the box that you have there is to go to Object, Fitting, and Fill Frame Proportionately. You can see how it goes down. If you double click on it and it turns to the hand, you can move your image that's inside your frame. And then click off of it, click onto the image box, and resize your image box if you want. Okay, so now that I have my image in there, I want to show you how you can float text around the image in case you want text to go around it. Say I want my image to be over here, my logo to be over here, and I want my text to go around it and not through it. So what I would do is select your logo and then use one of these boxes here, the wrap box. So you want to wrap your text around the box. You can see how it automatically does that. You can see how the other one works. This will take up the whole line. And this one just goes around it. If there's a little bit like different type in here, it would kind of look differently, but you can also rearrange it so it doesn't look so awkward there. Right, so then say I have my logo, my text, and I want to show you guys how to change the leading and change the kerning. So you're going to pull up your characters palette. If you don't have your characters palette already up, the way to pull it up is using Command and T for type. So see how I'm showing it and hiding it. All right, so I have T for type. I want to change this font over to something that has a little bit more of a font family. So let me try Gil Sans here. Okay, right now I have it set to regular. I think for you guys, the easiest way to keep your resume looking consistent is to use one font face and using different parts of the font family in order for you guys to create your headings that might be bold. So I want to create a heading up here that says heading. All right, so let me enlarge it. You go over to your text menu, characters menu, and just enlarge it there. And I want it to be bold. Okay, this one doesn't have a font family, so let me switch over use something that does. Arial definitely does. So we have a couple there. All right. All right, so this is Arial Black. I'm going to change that back to Arial. Okay. I want to go lower than 9 point for your text and not higher than 12, even though 12 is pretty big. I really would like you to keep it at 9. All right, so then the spacing between each line of text is right here. It's called leading. So you want to raise that in order for you to have more spacing between your text. And if you want more spacing between each character, you're going to use your kerning here. You could either hit the up arrow or just click and drag this arrow here. Usually should work, but you can see how it changes the distance between each character. If you have different columns, make sure the baseline, which is the bottom of your text, is all consistent throughout. So if you change your leading on your first text box, make sure that you change the same leading on every other one that you have there. All right, so then heading, you have your heading, and then you have your text that's underneath the heading. All right, and then another thing, what I would like you guys to do is to make sure that you're using a consistent color scheme, using only up to 3 colors and not more than 3 colors. You can see that some of the kerning in here is pretty messed up. It doesn't look even. This is a little, the distance between E and A is not that big, and there's a little bit bigger distance between the H and the E, so I'm going to fix that. And this is all the little things that you need to do in your resume there. So you're going to fix the kerning in your headings and in your type. Make sure it's all nice and neat, not cluttered. All right, so then I showed you how to open up an image box, import your image, wrap around text around that image, how to work out your headings with the different font family. You just use one font family, kerning and leading. Once you're finished with your resume, I want you to go to File, Export, and then you're going to export your file as a PDF. So here, you're going to make sure it's selected PDF, name your file. I usually save it to the desktop. It's easier to grab afterwards and upload, and then you're just going to save it. And that's about it.